beyond the basics, scales and keys. This understanding is the cornerstone of music. All scales are numerically the same, and in this lesson you will learn a common numerical relationship shared by all keys. Understanding the simplicity of the mathematical order of 8 notes is everything to playing well. A scale is a series of 8 notes that begins and ends on the same note. Each note is designated a number from 1 through 8. Now there's a lot of different types of scales, but a major scale consists of half steps between the 3rd and 4th and the 7th and 8th tones of the scale. All the rest of them are whole steps, and we'll get into that in just a second. The root note is also called the tonic. It's the first note of the scale, and it names the key, and it's given the number 1 and is also the number 8. I want you to study this example. The key of C is the model for all other keys numerically because it has no sharps or flats. This is the mathematical formula for all keys, and it's only 8 notes. Okay, we're going to exercise a little bit and try to build the scale. Now, it doesn't make any difference what these notes are called. This happens to be a D right there, so we're going to play the D scale, but we don't really care in the beginning what they're called. We can go from this D to here. 1 to 2 is a whole step. 2 to 3 is a whole step. 3 to 4 is a half step. Now 4 to 5 is a whole. 5 to 6 whole. 6 to 7 is a whole step. And another half step to number 8. Now, if we look at the key of D and the key signature on the key of D, it'll show an F sharp and a C sharp. Well, that's fine. The main thing to understand about this is that that C sharp and that F sharp are not there on the staff because that's what you have to play. It just mimics the fact of the scale. It mimics the fact. We don't play the scale because it says so on the key signature. We play it, the key signature says it because that's the fact. Very important distinction to understand because a lot of people are in the mode of following. We've got to follow. They're constantly looking back at the key signature. You're only dealing with 8 notes. Second one here starts on an A flat. From here to here is a whole step. 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is a whole step. 3 to 4, half step. You got it. Then 4 to 5 is a whole step. 5 to 6, whole step. 6 to 7, whole step. Again, half step to 8. Now I show them down here with little parens. I think you can see how that is. Starting on E. Now if we look, also if we look in here, the key of A flat, which is that root note right there, if we look at that key signature, it's going to have 4 flats. It's going to have the A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat. And again, the key signature only represents the fact, not the other way around. Starting on an E right here, we go 1 whole step, 1 to 2, it's whole step. 2 to 3, whole step. 3 to 4, half step. Always very important to understand 3 to 4. 4 to 5, whole step. 5 to 6, whole step. 6 to 7, whole step, and then another half to number 8. And again, the key signature has 4 sharps, these 4 sharps right there. Let's just do a few more. Okay, this is the key of G. This is kind of nice. It starts off on a G, and it goes a whole step. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, half step, and whole step between 4 and 5. 5 and 6, 6 and 7 are all whole steps, and then half step. Only 1 sharp in that key, F sharp. That's a real easy key to play in. Last one I'm going to show you here is B flat. Starts on the B flat, goes a whole step here, another whole step, then a half step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 5 is a whole step. 5 to 6, whole step. 6 to 7, whole step, and 7 to 8, again, a half step. Very, very important to understand this and to be able to pick this out on the piano anywhere you look. So that's where I would start. Sit down at the piano, be able to plunk out a major scale without error, starting on any note. Now, don't worry what the names of the notes are called. We don't even care. I just want to be sure that you understand that all keys are the same, and the only reason we have sharps and flats is because the other notes cannot be in the same location as the key of C. The key of C shows everything at rest as far as the key signature is concerned. When you change the position of the note, it has to compensate for the different layout by using sharps and flats, and that's merely the only reason that we have sharps and flats. You have to begin to understand that using a scale to play is more a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 understanding than what it is a tonal understanding.